So here we have the Audi A3 on a 15 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside though, you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we've got plenty of boot space, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat should you wish to increase this space even further. And we have this vinyl boot liner as well. The carpet section will lift up to reveal a space saver spare wheel. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. But now that we've done a full circle, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge, and on the right-hand side, the speedometer and fuel gauge. In the middle, you can see the digital readout for the speedometer. You can change the information displayed in that section using buttons on the steering wheel for various bits of trip computer information. There are other menus available to you as well, so your audio menu and telephone as well. And to go through those menus, just use the buttons here. Over on the right hand side, we have stereo controls for the car and voice activation for the phone as well. You'll only be able to use the phone controls once you pair the phone to the car, and that is done on the central display under the telephone heading just there. All the movement you see me making on the screen is being done primarily using this dial just here. You can rotate it, it pushes down as well. These 4 buttons relate to the 4 corners of the screen, which we'll come back to in just a moment, or you can access certain menus with these buttons just here. So we'll be on the radio menu when we come back up to the screen just there. The 4 corners of the screen that I mentioned just a moment ago are here. So if you want to access a different wave band, we're on DAB at the moment, you press the button that corresponds with the top right hand corner, and you can see there, using the dial, we have AM, FM and DAB radio. If you want to listen to your own music kit, you can do that under the media heading. And again, top right hand corner, and you can see the different ways in which you can access your music. And they include Bluetooth audio, so you can make and receive phone calls, of course, but you'll also be able to stream your music wirelessly as well. Below that, we can turn off the stop and start for the car. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. The system is off when the light shows. It has warning lights. We can turn the traction control off. This button will fold away the screen section for nighttime driving, for example, where you might not want the glare. And you can change the driving setup of the car. So over in the center, you can put it into individual, efficiency, comfort, or auto. Dynamic is the sporty one. Most of the time, you'd probably have it on auto. That is where the car will decide for you. Back down to here, we have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger and driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. That's your air conditioning on. Same button will turn it off, or hit auto. The car will now take control of the fan speed and direction of the air to maintain the temperatures you've asked for. Any manual adjustment will override auto and allow you to put it back on your own settings. We have a 12-volt charging socket underneath there, a couple of cup holders, the gearbox, so manual 6-speed gearbox as you can see, the controls I mentioned just a moment ago, and the main volume for the stereo just there as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.